guys, and welcome to Till Vacuum Do Us Part. Today's video is full of some Amazon must-haves. We're going to be testing these out together. A lot of these are inspired by the new house because we're going to be moving in. I have beauty products, dog products, products that your husband may even like. So let's go ahead and jump straight into today's video. This first product I'm super excited about. I've been dying to test it, but I wanted to do it like live here on camera. So basically we did a DIY accent wall. If you want to see that, I have that video posted. You can see it like right there behind me. But we have like sconces hung on the wall and they were supposed to be wired in. We didn't have outlets there, so we clipped it and we put like Velcro on a light so that we could turn it on and off, but it made it really hard to replace the batteries. So while I was searching on Amazon, I found these guys, which is the same concept. So this will still go up in there, but they actually screw in like a light bulb, but you don't need it to actually work because it's battery powered. So what you're gonna do, it comes with two remotes. What I love about this is you can control the dimness and the brightness of the light, but you can also set a timer on it. So I don't have to remember to turn it off later. I can turn it on and then it's gonna shut itself off so you don't waste that battery. Plus you can choose cool or warm light. And that's a big deal to me because here in my house, we like cool lights. But then all you do is unscrew it and you add the batteries right there and then you just screw it back in. So we're gonna add some batteries. We're gonna test these out over here and I hope they work really well. Even though I'm moving, I guess the new owners will get some nice lights in there. So if you keep these light bulbs close enough, one remote's gonna work. But if you're putting these in two different rooms, you'll have two separate remotes, which is nice. But right here, that's like the warm. So this is what most people have in their house. But I do the cool because of filming. So I love that I have that option. I can also like dim it. I can choose how long I keep it on for. Let's see if this will focus. That's what the remote looks like up close, so that's super handy. So let's go get these put in. Oh, and by the way, just in case you lose the remote, you can just touch it to turn it on and off. So that's a nice feature too, because sometimes these bad boys get lost. So right here, I'm trying to get down low, are the current ones, but they like Velcroed in. So it was really hard to like always get this off, just like that, to change the batteries. So I think I'm gonna have to remove, yeah, there's one more like this. So that's how it was sticking in there. I will say it never fell, so it worked. I just feel like this is gonna be way easier. Look how good that looks. I'm like kicking myself for not having these while we were showing our house. I will say when we were having like the inspection done, they were like, are these lights supposed to work or are they faux? And I'm like, they're faux, which you can make them work. I should have stuck these in, but I'll be able to tell the new owners because that looks so much better. Like at night, that's gonna be so cool. And the two game changer pieces is that they actually screw in. And then to me, it's all about that I can like set the timer. You can see it blink. So you know it sets. And then I'm not just gonna run my batteries out because we're gonna go to bed and forget to turn them off. Oh, love this. Something like this will definitely be going into our next house, 100%. This next gadget I just tested off camera. I didn't mean to, but I was putting the batteries in so I could show it to you and how it works. It's gonna be loud, so I'll warn you before I test it. But basically this is like a door stop, but it notifies you if someone's trying to break in. So it'll push down and set off an alarm, which I'll let you hear here in a moment. But you could put this anywhere, like your front door, maybe it's your bedroom door, maybe you have a kid going off to like a dorm room, an apartment room. What's nice is it's that door stop, so it's gonna keep someone from being able to push in the door, but it's also gonna set off a very loud alarm. Like I like jumped when it happened. Oh, and there's a level right here. It's like high, medium, or low. And I think I was on medium. So, oh, sensitivity. So it'll be how hard they push on it that it actually goes off. So say your door like, you know, like when the air pops on and sometimes they move, you could have it set to like a higher sensitivity so it won't always go off, but this is gonna wake you up. So if you go to sleep and you're worried about someone coming in your room, this is for you. So I will tell you it takes a 9-volt battery, so make sure you have that. I keep extra ones in my house because that's what you use for like a smoke detector. But I'm gonna do it. So if you have dogs, kids, maybe turn the volume down. So you turn it on, so there is an off switch. Now, as soon as I push down on this, which is what's gonna be if a door pushes on it, it's gonna go off, okay? And then I just turn it off there. It is so loud. I think it's louder than my alarm system in my house. Maybe not, it sounds like it though. So this would be really good for whatever reason you're needing it for. But if you're like a deep sleeper and you're just scared and you want the extra security, or like I said, maybe you have kids that are in college, this will definitely wake them up. It comes in a 2-pack. You will need batteries, so just remember that. And I will have all of this linked down below in my description box. So if you're wanting to get any of these or just look at more details, just click on the link down below. Just so you guys could actually see how this works, I have it on, I have the door shut, and then I'm gonna make Chase come in and show you how it works. Okay, you can come. So it alerts you if you're sleeping or in another room, and it stops them from coming in. So this would actually be really good for even like teachers or, like I said, college students or anywhere that's worried, especially if you're a deep sleeper, because that is super duper loud. Let's take a little break from gadgets and talk about some beauty items, because you guys always enjoy that here. The first thing we're gonna talk about is my top, because I'm in love with this. I talk about this all the time. Like, I am not huge into fashion. I don't love going shopping. Of course, you love feeling like cute and girly, but I am all about comfort. So anytime I can get like an elevated basic, to me, that is a win. So this is just like a black tee. It's nothing fancy, but it has this cool detail. Like, can you see that? There's even like a little peep right there, but I just love how big it is. It makes you look dressy and feel nicer, but I'm literally wearing a t-shirt, jeans, and like flip-flops on, but you look a little bit elevated. So I'm huge for this. This is great for like your work. You could wear it to a lunch. You could wear it to church. You could wear it around your house. Like, it's comfortable, but it is nice when you find like a nice top that can go to work and be worn at home. It's like double win. I always have moms that work like in an office, and they're like, I have to have like 2 separate clothes. I have to have like mom clothes for like running errands and doing all that, but I have to have work clothes, and so they don't know how to like split up the money. This is one of those, it'll do both, which I love. And like I said, it's just a black tee. It is long, so if you wanted to wear it with leggings, I think you could. I don't know that I necessarily would, because it's a little bit dressier, and I'm wearing a medium. It comes in lots of colors. I just put this on, and I'm definitely gonna be ordering more of like the neutrals, so like a white and a gray, but they have colors in it too if you're more of like a color person, especially for the summertime. I just think it'd be really cute with like cutoff shorts and sandals. This next product I've kind of talked about before. It's just like a new version of it, but I love my false lashes. And I used to pay way too much money and spend way too much time going to the salon to get them done. And then like the C word, sickness, I can't say it here, happened, and no one could go get their lashes done anymore, which actually was a blessing because I found a new way to put them on. So in the beginning, I would do the lash strip, and I loved that. If that's what you're doing, it works, it's great, it's easy. But then I found a technique that you could go under the lash. So you can see here, there's no strip growing across my lash. So it's not like peeling off, it doesn't look fake. And you apply them underneath. And I've shared all this before, but why I'm saying this is because I finally tried out a new lash, and I feel like they're less heavy. You get the same like volume, the same effect, but they're not as heavy on your eye. So here is this right here. You get 72 clusters, and I use about 4 across for my eye. You may need less, you can trim them. I do wanna say that I have a big gap from like my eyelid up to my eyebrow. It's big, so I get a big lash. If yours is smaller than mine, you could go with a shorter lash. So just keep that in mind. Plus, to me, like, the bigger the better. That's just how I feel. If you want to see how I apply these, I show that all over on my Instagram account. I have a highlight bubble. You can watch it as many times as you need to. You can hold your finger on it if you want to pause it just so you can see what I'm doing. But I do a step-by-step process over there. If you have any questions, you can ask me over there as well. It's kind of easier to communicate back and forth on Instagram. So if you're wanting to save money because you're getting your lashes done, or save time, or you've just never tried it, definitely get these. They're so affordable. I'd say they last me about a week or two. I know some girls that go to like 3 to 4 weeks. But to me, even if I have to do them once a week and I wake up with lashes every day, it's a total win for me. This next product is actually inspired by Chase because we travel a lot with Savannah. She's on a competitive dance team and we go away a lot. And me and Chase really like taking like our cologne and perfume with us, even if we're just going one night. He always packs his, I always pack mine. Well, the last 2 years we went to like the same location. We've like walked in, dropped it, and it just went everywhere in the hotel. Most hotels like used to have carpet. I feel like we're getting ones with like some type of like tile or wood floor, which is nice. But he dropped it, it shattered. We have to like go to the front desk. I wish I would have taken a picture. Our hotel room smelled amazing the entire time we were there. So did the hallway, but we had to be so careful because I felt like even though they cleaned up the glass, there's still like shards everywhere. So I found these on Amazon. They have all different packs. So depending on like how big your family is or how many you want to grab, I just grabbed 2, but I'm going to demonstrate this because supposedly you just take off like your spray part of your perfume and push this on it and it fills it up. Then you can just take this in your travel bag. So you still have your perfume, you still have your cologne. I got 2 different colors so we would know like whose is whose. But then you don't have to take your whole container, and if it breaks, you lose it. And guys, perfume and cologne is not cheap, even if you get the cheap stuff. So let's test this out together. Here's the perfume I'm gonna be using. I have recently switched to this because Savannah did, and I loved the way she smelled. I've had the same perfume since like high school, so it was just kind of nice to change it up. So this is what I'm gonna be using. Basically, from my understanding, I'm just gonna like pop this top off. So see how it's got that little bitty like straw thing, and then I'm gonna push on it with this and it's gonna fill it up. So let me lower this down so we can do this together. I'm gonna hook it in there. I don't know if I'm supposed to hold it down or pump. Oh yeah, it's filling it up. So like if you're just gonna be away for a night, you could just leave a little bit, or if you're gonna be going away for a long time, you can fill the whole thing up. But that is super nice. I'm only gonna do mine halfway because comp season's almost done, but boom. And then you just put this back on. I don't have to worry about lugging this around. You couldn't take this, I think, on a carry-on anyways, but this would work even if you're gonna be flying. Just so you can see it up close, like I didn't fill it all the way up, but you can see that the perfume went in there. That is so neat. I have another beauty product that I'm gonna test out because I used to use these as a kid, or my mom used to use them and she would put them in my hair, and I want to test them out again, but I'm gonna wait till the end of the video just in case it doesn't work and it's gonna take a little more time. But who remembers like hot rollers? Like I said, my mom used to use this all the time. I remember she would like burn my ears or put like toilet paper right there behind my ears so it wouldn't burn. These are supposedly really good for volume, and you guys can tell like I need it. I've got my flat hair today, I didn't curl it. So if you wanna see how these work, definitely just stay until the end of today's video, because like I said, I don't wanna have to like stop filming, or if it doesn't work, have crazy hair. So this will be coming up later in today's video. I did remember I had one more like beauty product. It's more like fashion, but since we talked about my shirt, so in the new house, if you're not caught up, we're putting an in-ground pool in. I'm not huge on in-ground pools because we had one growing up and I felt like my dad was always like having to clean it. But we're lucky that like Chase gets to stay at home with me and work from home. So I think it's gonna be easier. Savannah and Chase want it so bad. I think I'm gonna love it once it's actually in our backyard, so I don't have to climb like up a ladder to get in. So I've been trying to pick up some like swimwear, but like I'm not gonna just be walking around in a bikini all the time, especially if I'm like filming or having people over or friends are coming to swim. So I was trying to find this good balance of like things I can throw on and like be in the pool if I need to, but if someone stops by, it's okay. And so I found these really cute. It's a swimsuit, but it's more like a tank top and it's tighter around the bottom and then bubbles out. So to me, it's a lot like just a really cute tank top. But if I wanna like lounge in the pool, I can. You can wear, it comes with normal swim bottoms, but if I just wanna throw this on with like some shorts, so if I'm laying there, like I said, just a cute like little skirt or whatever, I feel like it's just a perfect thing. Or maybe you go to the lake a lot, or like, I don't know, where else do we go? We've gone to like the creek a lot, and you don't want like a swimsuit on because you're like sitting in the water, but you kind of want to be covered up. I'll use this a lot too when we go to like the creek. Like I said, it's like a tank top, so it's loose and flowy. It's not gonna be tight on your midsection at all if that's where you carry your weight. I know that's where I carry mine. I feel like this is gonna be perfect. They have all different designs. So if black isn't you, they have like patterns, they have prints, they have colors. Let me tell you what size I got. I got a medium, just so you know. And technically, I think I could have done a small if you wanted a little more fitted, but I definitely didn't need to size up. I just did my true to size medium on this. While we are talking about water, not that I'm ever gonna get in it, but we have a pond at our new house, and it was just looking so bad. And I will say it's been like, in the back of our mind. Like we have so much going on with like the new build and getting this house sold and Savannah's dance. Like I am so thankful for our pond, but I haven't thought much about it. And my dad is like in love, head over heels, planning, scheming, designing, sending me links, all the things. I love it because at least someone's staying on it. But he found this a product that you can put in, and it's a blue dye for your pond. This is non-toxic, it's safe for all the little wildlife in there. It actually helps like put up some type of like UV protectant, so like the sun won't go through. I'm trying to remember, I read it somewhere, I'll do the pop-up here. But I'm gonna show you some clips right now while I'm talking. When we first poured it in, like this is all we used on our huge pond. As soon as we poured it in, it looked like we were at the beach, like turquoise, blue, beach. It was amazing. I was like, I never have to leave home again. I'm gonna import white sand and we're like good to go. I will say it took about 24 hours for it to reach the entire pond. It could have taken less time, but like we left, went home, and then came back the next day. So the next time we pour it, I can keep a closer eye on it because some people say it only takes about 2 hours, but it made our pond like a pretty blue turquoise. Now it's not as bright as it was when we poured it in because it actually mixed into the whole water. Now, if you wanted to add more of these, I'm sure that would make the color brighter. If you live in states like mine where you have a lot of rain, you may have to do it more often. I've had people write, because I shared it over on Instagram, that they only have to do it once a year. Now here in Oklahoma, and I don't know where they live, here in Oklahoma, we get a lot of rain, especially here during the springtime. So it's one of those, we may have to do it every 3 to 4 months if we want to. It only serves a purpose of that it makes it look pretty, and our water was so brown, like it just makes it look so much nicer. So if you have a pond, a neighborhood pond, maybe you're on the HOA, you can suggest this because it does look so much nicer, and I'll show you that before and after because we were so shocked by one little bottle, like what it could do. I think you guys all know I have a teenager and she's always wanted water in her bedroom, like drinking water. Like she doesn't want to come out at night. She drinks a lot of water at night. And I'm not gonna lie, I do the same thing too. And so I've looked into different like water dispensers, you know, like the big blue jug, and they have big stands and all of that. And I'm like, she's not gonna want that in her room. I've kind of even thought about putting it in her closet of the next house. Wasn't really sure. I knew it was something I wanted to do and surprise her with, but then I was watching Instagram one day, like the Reels or whatever you want to call it, and someone put this in their kitchen and I was like, that is it. That is amazing. So it's this little bitty dispenser. So you see this. This will set out on your countertop like so. But I'm gonna show you how you can camouflage the blue bottle so it just looks like this setting out. I'm praying this works because I want it to work so bad for Savannah's bedroom. Before I show you how to like display it, I wanna show you it comes with this, it's almost like a tubing straw, and all I did was slide it into here, and then you're gonna have to plug it in so it looks like just kinda like you would charge your phone, and that hooks in there. This just screwed in. Now we will go show you how to set it up. here's a little trick that I figured out. This does have to be plugged in. The cord is really short, so it wasn't gonna like reach an outlet. Her clock that everybody loves is off Amazon. I'm just gonna plug it in. See, it has the option there. I can actually plug this into her lamp, or her, sorry, not her lamp. If you have a lamp, some of them have this, but just right there to her clock. And then I can hide that cord back here, and I'll display this so you can't see it, but now it's plugged in and you don't even have to run the cord anywhere. And now I'm gonna hook up the basket and stuff, and then she'll be able to at night just put her drink there and get water. I grabbed backup because I didn't want to mess this up. So there's a little sticker that tells you to pull. Oh yeah, and see how that like opens up there? You're just going to push this hose down into it. That is so cool. And you could do this in your kitchen, like on the edge of a cabinet, and have this in there. And you just hide it with a really cute blanket, and no one's gonna notice. Like, you're gonna notice because you're gonna know it's there. So all you do is pick how much you want to come out. And it fills it up for you. So you could do more, but if you just need a little bit, you literally just put your cup down, press the button, and you have nice water. I'm sure any preteen, teen in a kitchen, if you don't like having the big blue jug out, let me step back. It's just like that setting out. So like I said, this could be on like the edge of a cabinet. It could be in a cabinet, and you could just like drill through your countertops or whatever you have. That is amazing. Super cool. I'll link everything. So if you need to send this to like a grandchild or a niece, you can get it all in one spot and just have it shipped to their front door, because that's super cool. And like I said, this guy comes in different colors if you don't want white. This next product is kind of like the last. It's inspired for our next house. The box even says, clean your space, clear your mind, which I truly stand behind. This would also make a great gift as well. The packaging is super nice. Like, it's high end, and when you open it, it's kind of hard to open it up here standing, but it's displayed really well. And this is for if you have like a coffee bar or something like that and you want it to set out. Maybe you even want to put it in your cabinet. It helps kids or guests to know what's there. It comes with a ton of labels, so you don't have to just use the ones I'm using. I'll show everything it comes with, but then it comes with these glass bottles. And this is for any of your type of kind of like flavors that you would put in your coffee. So say you have vanilla or hazelnut or something like that. That way they can just pump it. It sits out on your counter. It looks super high end. You don't have like those plastic bottles sitting around. Like I said, if you still wanted to put these inside a cabinet, you could. It just makes it even easier to pour because it's pumps instead of pouring. So then you know how many pumps you have every day and you're not just like guessing pouring. But I think these are gonna look super nice. So let's go ahead and set these up together so we can see like a before and after. Up close, here is what it looks like, and you get a set of 2, which is actually perfect for us because Savannah has 2 different flavors. My daughter loves coffee, so she has this classic hazelnut, and then she also has this vanilla back here. So this is what I mean. I can take these like bright colored bottles and make them look so much nicer in these. And then this is like a ton of labels, just depending on like what type of flavors you're gonna use it for. I'm gonna slowly scan over these so you know if it's gonna have the ones you need. Now you could also just like print your own if you have your Cricut, or you can get on Etsy and have them send you some, or you could make your own however you need it to. But those are the ones that comes with this when you order it. Two things. I just noticed they have blank ones here. I wasn't even noticing it when I was showing you guys. And then in the picture, it also shows them turn to the side to put the sticker on. That's why I did that. So then you can just put your cup right here and pump it. If I were to do it straight on, it's got their name written in the glass right here, and I did not like that. So I just like turned it to the side. They had theirs turning one way, but you could still see that. And I just wanted like clear glass, but now you could just display them like that. You just put your cup underneath it and then pump it, which I can show you, but that does look way nicer than just those bottles right there. This next set of stuff is actually for your furry friends. Amazon sent George and Tiger a little PR box, and we are loving some of the stuff inside of it. I haven't got to test this out with the boys yet. It's like this puzzle for treats, and they have to like move things around to get like the treats out. So I'll try that on camera. I don't know if they're smart enough to move it around, but we'll test it out. But some of the things I'm really loving is this pet camera. We've had one in the past, but this one's like super clear. Can you see it right here? And it's all controlled from an app. We can move it around. We can talk to the boys. We can hear what they're doing. So this is just super nice to have, especially if you're gonna be leaving for the day. We like to put our dogs like in the hall so they have like a big area if we're gonna be gone a long time, but that way we can like check on them and see them. Even if we're gonna leave them out here, I could put this up by the TV or up by like our refrigerator and see the whole space. And then we also got a lot of this like earth rated stuff. Savannah was so excited. She had no idea there was dog wipes. We're using these all the time now. So you can use this on their whole body. Tiger like cries a lot, so we can clean his eyes with it. I can clean off their paws. It's just nice and convenient. You can even put this by the back door, especially when it's a rainy day and you need to get like mud off them. And then we always use these because we take our boys for walks all the time. So I'm gonna link all this stuff for you right here, but let's test this out with the boys. Okay, come here boys, you want a treat? Yeah, that'll get you up, won't it? That'll get you up. Okay, let's see if you guys know how to work this. You're gonna have to share. Come here, George, it's over here. Let's see if they know how to. And I will say this like squeaks. Look, Tiger, there's treats in there. Hold on, George, let him have one. Look right there, Tiger. I was gonna say, Tiger's like, I don't wanna play games, I just want my treat. And I don't wanna work for it. What do you think? I'll give him one later, but let's see what George does. I don't know if either one of my boys are smart enough to make things move. What do you think? It would definitely keep your dogs busy if you're gonna be leaving and you're worried about them, because he can smell they're in there because those are holes. Come here, Tiger, look. Look, Tiger, look right there. Tiger, look. Look, I'm trying to hook. Look, go get your treat. Look, it's right there. No? If you hear something funny, it's because George and Tiger are still down here trying to figure out like the treat puzzle. So they're messing with it. But we have 2 more items. One of those is the hair curlers. So that's coming up if that's what you're waiting around for. But this next item that I feel like is so helpful. I don't know if you guys ever go to IKEA and get like the big bags. I always love them. I use them. I end up like giving them away when I'm like donating or giving stuff to friends just because they're so helpful and they hold so much. I wanted to get some for moving, for like blankets and sheets and different things that I didn't really want to box up. And I actually found some on Amazon. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a 6-pack. I just feel like these are so useful to have, and they're just, these are even bigger. What I love about these that I bought, they're a lot wider, but they zip up. So I can put all of our bedding in here, our pillows, and it even has this like pocket here so I can label them. So if we can just get this moved to the next house and I'm like, where's our king sheets, or where's Savannah's queen sheets, or where's the bedding for this, or like our bath towels for the guest bathroom, whatever it is, it'll fit here. I can zip it up so it stays clean, but I can also label it. So when I'm trying to get unpacked, which I'm not excited for, I'm so ready to get this move over. You can see though, like it stays shut. It's nice and big. It's nice and sturdy. This is like sewn in here really well. It's gonna hold up. It's gonna be easy to move things. If you're taking trips, like we're about to go to a hotel for Savannah's dance comp, I'm gonna throw like extra blankets in here and pillowcases to take with us. And then I can easily Lysol this down when I'm done. So I felt like this was just a really useful product to have around if you're gonna be moving or you travel a lot or if you just wanna store these in closets. I don't know. I just love bags. I don't know if it's just me. I get it from my grandma, but like we save every bag that we get just because you can use them for so many different reasons. So 2 things, I definitely put them in wrong. I went back and watched a video. I think I did the top right, but like all the sides I should have rolled under instead of up. But I will say I still feel like I got like a blowout. Like there's just so much more body to it and volume. I'll try to insert a picture. I should have taken one before of just like how straight my hair was before. And I know this is just like a softer heat on your hair. It's still heat, so I still put in like a heat protector before I did it. But as you can tell, there's just more life and bounce to it. So I'll definitely be doing that more often, especially if I can like do it the right way. It's probably even better. Like I said, I should have watched a YouTube video on it, but I still feel like it worked. Like look how much volume's in my hair now. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and watching today's video. I hope it was helpful. I hoped it saved you some time or money. Maybe you found a gift for you, maybe for your child, maybe for your husband, maybe for a friend. I always appreciate you guys being here. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you know someone else that could enjoy it, please share it. It helps me out more than you know. And if you're new here, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my future videos. Thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you have an amazing week and I will see you in the next one. Bye.